Okay, well, welcome everybody. We're excited that you're all here. If your people are not getting on here, I actually had somebody say today, what training? And I was like, what? We're doing this 4 days a week for the last 3 weeks, and we're posting it about 100 times, and they're on those chats. So it's kind of that was just kind of funny for me to hear. I just kind of giggled a little bit. So plug your people in. If not here, at least to Tuesdays. If you have minors on your team, they should absolutely want to know what's up with their portfolio and with their funds. And if nothing else, plug them into Tuesdays with Mr. Bobby Gray. So this is a Texit Coin Everything Crypto training by Texit Ranger Thomas Dubois as host and many, many other teachers. For instance, we will, coming back on Tuesday, we will have Miss Andrea doing a full recap with crypto.com with a slide presentation or whatever she's planning on doing there. I shouldn't have said that because I don't know what she's planning. But all of the above, it's going to be kind of a full blown thing recapping all three of her trainings so far. You don't want to miss that. Crypto.com is internationally one of the favorites. We're going to talk about lists of favorites today. So if you have pen and paper, you might want to get those out. Okay. These are recorded, and so we'll get the recording out here shortly. And today is going to be unique. Wednesday, we're going to have Mr. O'Connor teaching us on Uphold, I believe. Is that, I believe I'm saying that right? Um,
Correct.
yeah, on Uphold. And so that will be great. And then today we are going to definitely have time for Q&A on anything crypto for Texacoin. And because our main purpose here is to get everybody self-sufficient in buying crypto, self-sufficient in being about crypto. So when I go over some lists today, and you writing down some of the top platform lists, I want you to know that on each of them platforms, they have the top video instructions for that platform. Each one of them does. There's not one that is lacking in written or video material for their platform. So if I talk about Coinbase videos are everywhere. Beginner videos are everywhere. How to buy crypto, how to swap crypto, how to whatever. Their videos, those platforms, it's just a real easy way to think about it. Those platforms want you using them. Right? So without, sounding silly there, they want us to use them. And so since they want us to use them, those platforms want us to use them. When I come out with my list here in a minute, those platforms are very, very, very sufficient in helping you to utilize them and be friendly with them. Also, don't forget our friend ChatGPT and all of those things that we've been training on. So again, we know that there's a lot of people. We know that there's a lot of people that are at the event in Arizona. Corey, Sarah, Herschel, all of them. Some of them might be able to plug in here this morning. I'm not sure before the event. But if not, that's why you're not seeing some of those faces this morning. We do want to congratulate all of the new Rangers. I want to, a few of them we're introducing on Tuesday, I believe, so that their sponsor and everything can be on here. But all of the Rangers new, and we went over the Ranger list already. And so I'm excited about that. So we are growing like leaps and bounds. So I believe just under me, under Carl, is a whole lot of Rangers now, but I think there's about eight from me down. So that's pretty exciting for all of you. And congratulations to everybody. Okay. Hey, so I'm going to go over a few lists today. Again, I'm going to post these lists as I can on I'm going to post these lists as I can today on WhatsApp. It is Friday. Friday is deadline. Let me talk to you about deadline before we go into the little bit of a crypto news and crypto training, and then we are going to do a Q&A for the majority of this today. We're going to do a Q&A, so get your questions ready. If you're a leader on here and you are, if you're a leader on here and I have not been able to find you and make you a co-host, then you need to raise your hand for me, and I will do that. But we will. Well, everybody will be able to unmute themselves at the end, and any leader is welcome to assist me at any time during this. So, okay. So, deadline is today in my eyes. Okay. I don't call Saturday deadline as the company does. I call Friday deadline. Why? Because if there's something to fix, if there's some brainstorming that needs to go on how to get a payment in, or to do a peer payment or anything like that. For those that don't know what peer payment is we rarely do peer payments anymore. They're emergency only. And why is that? Why is peer payments emergency only? Because we're going to crypto, full on crypto. This is why we're doing these 4 trainings Tuesday through Friday every single morning till the end of the year. Everything crypto. So I mean, we have learned about at least 10 platforms so far on here. And I just told you about Tuesday and Wednesday, 2 new platforms. Well, one platform we've been working with, and then a new platform. So new platforms, new ways to buy on here. We've had guest rangers on here. So we're going to be doing this to get you self-sufficient with cryptocurrency. Guys, with what's going on in the world right now, you're going to be ahead of the world. You're going to be so far ahead of other people because of plugging into these trainings, because it's been phenomenal trainings. I've been in cryptocurrency since 15, and I've learned so much. So let's get back to deadline. So again, I say it all the time that Friday's my deadline, not Saturday. So that Saturday we can get people in. So that Saturday, if you got held up on Coinbase, that we could do some brainstorming at how to take care of that. We can ask favor of a leader with crypto, or we can ask favor of using a peer payment process to get somebody in before the company's deadline. So Friday's my deadline. The original, if you're using crypto in the back office, I call it 6 o'clock on Saturday Central Time. It's actually 7. Again, I'm telling you guys why I say 6. Because if you say 7, I can't fix anything for you. Okay, and then anything moved around or fixed on an entry for the week, afternoon Central Time on Saturday, done deal. You just can't get it fixed. And so let me give you an example of why that's important. If I at 1 o'clock Central realize that somebody was placed incorrectly and go to move them, the odds of me getting them moved are very slim. If it is anywhere much later than that, the points won't move with them. So let's say I wanted Miguel on my right side instead of my left side, and it was after they had already ran through payroll. If I moved Miguel, okay, after Saturday, the points don't move with it. Only the person. So the points would stay over here and would count for this side's of business for the week for the week prior. Okay, so it's real important, the deadlines on moving people and all of that on noon. So that's just one example. But the other example is not doing last minute. Guys, if you look on WhatsApp, I posted today a video about a gal that got from some other leadership some rules to running her business and doing now and next to now type of business instead of procrastinating things. When she hears, you know what? Maybe I can just play it real quick. Give me 1 second. Let's just play it real quick. Let's just do that. But this goes into deadlines, so it's kind of funny. Let's just hear what she has to say real quick. Oh, oops. Maybe I won't be able to. Let's see if I can. We'll give it an old college try. If I can't log into Instagram. Oh yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, never mind. Go to WhatsApp and listen to that. It's a now and next to now. I do a whole training on now and next to now. It's kind of like Art Williams, just do it type of thing. But that's what she was saying. When somebody says, get with me next week, she says, can you get me that tomorrow? When somebody procrastinates off, well, that goes into a quick teaching on follow up, right? And so, do you know that every day that you don't follow up with somebody that you share Texit coin with, every day that goes by, you're losing 20% of a chance of them getting in. Usually, after 5 days, they're you're not showing the importance to them of what you shared, for one. For two, fortunes in the follow up, and it's real important. So a little bit extra on deadlines there today. Friday, Saturday is for putting people in the business. I have a rule myself as a leader that I learned that week that everybody was in Thailand and I was so busy that on Friday and Saturdays, if you want help learning about your coins and how to make a cold wallet a hot wallet, or how to do anything but buying crypto and putting people in, I'm probably going to put that off for you until Sunday. Friday and Saturdays are about putting people in for deadline and fixing things on deadline. And so, if we all get that rule of thumb, we'll be really, really productive on those days every week and put in a lot of sales. So keep that in mind. Friday and Saturdays are about putting people in more than they are the stuff that can be done at 5 a.m., the stuff that can be done at 10 p.m., the extra stuff. Money making activity is what I like to do during the day. And at night and early in the morning, we do trainings and things that are money making activity, but just a little bit different. So I'm just all over the place today, giving you a lot of great information, though, if you're catching wind of what I'm saying. We got events coming up everywhere. Plug into those, Tampa and everything. All of those are listed on Telegram, and we often list them on WhatsApp. Okay, so this morning I'm going to go over some lists with you. Okay, I'm going to go over some things. First, the top ways to buy crypto in the U.S. Are you ready? Five top ways to buy crypto in the U.S. Coinbase, one of the most user-friendly platforms, great for beginners. Knowing that you have to do things like know your customer and get your information in so that they trust you to buy, sell, and send on there. And many times on Coinbase and Kraken and Gemini, your first purchase is held for scrutiny. I call it scrutiny. And so they will, make sure that you're not a robot and a legit deal for about 7 days usually. Coinbase, one of the most user-friendly platforms, great for beginners. Kraken offers a wide range of cryptocurrency and is known for its security. Gemini, another U.S.-based exchange that's very regulatory and compliant. Okay. Now, Gemini is owned by the Winklevoss brothers. Okay. Just a little additive there. eToro. eToro is one we haven't talked about. I'm going to do some investigating on that. Known for social trading and copy trading features. Okay. Binance US, the American arm of Binance, offering a lot of coins. And there are plenty others like Robinhood, Cash App, and whatnot that we have trained on here. Top 5 cryptocurrencies internationally. Binance, the global platform, not just the US version, is one of the largest exchanges worldwide. Kraken also serves many countries outside the US. Crypto.com, popular globally with a strong presence in many regions. Bitstamp, one of the oldest exchanges available in Europe and other regions. This one I don't even know how to say. Huobi, Huobi, a large exchange popular in Asia and other parts of the world. Okay. Okay. Then I, searched the top 10 ways to buy cryptocurrency in the U.S. And I'm going to go through them semi-fast, and just so we can just go to Q&A and have today just a casual. Today is meant to be a casual Q&A day. So I'm going to try to do that at least once every couple of weeks to see where people are stuck, to see what questions people have, because this is about everything crypto. Now, we have subject studied for 2 weeks now, many, many things. And so go back and look at those recordings to help you to know exactly what to do on crypto.com, exactly what to do on many, many other platforms. Okay, top 10 ways to buy cryptocurrency in the US. Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini, eToro, Binance US, Robinhood, Cash App, Bitstamp, Crypto.com US version, CoinMama. So that's something that people might be getting stuck on with Crypto.com that we don't know about. Crypto.com US version. Might make sure that we're using Crypto.com US version here in the US. Just an idea. CoinMama. If somebody wants to research CoinMama or Bitstamp or we did a Cash App, or Robinhood or Binance US. We did get a little bit of Binance US. So we've done some in-depth training on many of these sites. So if there's any that you want to train on, we want to be repetitive here. We want to get people self-sufficient. We don't want dependent teammates. We want independent teammates. We want you spreading your wings to shine. Top 10 ways to buy cryptocurrency internationally. Binance, Kraken, Crypto.com Global. Okay, I'm telling you that some of you guys that got caught up, I'm telling you that I bet your money that some of us that got caught up in the last 2 weeks, remember some of those nightmares, that we were maybe downloading global instead of US. Very possible. Just a thought. Bitstamp, Huobi, Huobi, KuCoin, okay, OKX. I don't know how to say that, so OKX, Bitfinex, Bittrex, and Gate.io. Okay, so I just wanted to give you guys some lists of information. And welcome to all the new people that are on. I understand I put in Ann with Jill last night, and I know that Ann's on here, so welcome, Ann. We're glad to have you. We're glad to have all you new people on here, and anxious to have a great time today. Today is just it is so packed with putting people in already. It's crazy. So we want you all to be able to buy your own crypto, to buy your people's crypto that are new, to help you out. We're going to get self-sufficient on here. Today, I wanted to kind of take a break from a platform training, a break from what we did yesterday, and I'd like to offer you all a Q&A time. So you can either go down to the React on the bottom of your screen and raise your hand, or just politely unmute and ask a question. If you're a leader on here and want to help answer those questions, feel free to help out. I know that many of us are multitasking on here, getting ready, driving to work, or on another training at the same time as this training, because it is morning time, and I get it. So, but to the best of our ability, I want to be here for you. What has been stopping you in crypto? What can we do to help you to get more self-sufficient? What have you ran into that you'd like to share? Any of those things. Charles, you'll have to look up the ranks and fees on that. Everything has is very, very comparable on that, but each platform has their own separate fee rates and whatnot, and it's a simple Google on each one. You can Google anyone. What's the fees on Coinbase? Boom, and it'll pop up for you. But great question, great question. And I didn't know that. So I would always go searching in the back office trying to find all the fees. And they are in the back office. But also remember that those videos, each platform has great videos. Any questions today?
Somebody's asking if you could talk about Pionex, or is anyone familiar with it?
I am not familiar with it. If the person asking is familiar and would like to do a training on it, please reach out to me. Andrea, would you put my phone number for people to text me on there? Please? Or text your leader and get a hold of me, or let me know. But I am not familiar with it. Yep. And many of the platforms that we're on, I'm not familiar with. So that's one thing that I'll start doing for this call is I will go to and everybody lock my number in. I will go to Dex Trade. We've done some training on Dex Trade on here already, but I'll go to those different platforms and see the differences and try to figure them out. All 9 of the platforms that Texit Coin is on, we will cover them sometime in the next month on here. Tuesday through Friday, every day, filling in info to make you smarter in crypto. Oh, that was a pretty good rhyme there. I should be a rapper or something. Pretty good info to get you smart in crypto. I cracked myself up. All right.
I have something I want to share.
Okay, go ahead.
This is Ronnie Anderson.
Hi.
So when I bought in, I got the 3 mine package, and
Okay.
my ranger actually was the one that took care of the money for me.
Yep.
But I wanted to buy in before my 30 days, but I guess now you can do it after 30 days. But 2 more mines to get the extra mine, then I would end up having 6. I had a problem with Coinbase, so my sponsor told me, well, try Cash App. So with Cash App, I don't know anything about crypto, and I guess on Cash App you can only buy Bitcoin.
Right.
And use it. She said, well, just send half of it first and test it out. And I'm in with a credit union, and it has a problem with taking money from the bank and buying crypto.
Right.
So
All of them do.
I bought $1,000. The fee was like $1,550. I wasn't really happy about that. And then I went through, and then I tried to do the other $1,000, and it wouldn't go through. So my bank did send me a text asking me, is this fraud, or did you do this? And I said, yes, I did it. They said, try it again later. I tried a few more times later. It didn't work. So then I tried the next day, same problem. So I had to deal with the bank. And they said, okay, it's a go. And then I had to just delete the app and put it back on, and then it worked. But then I got another $15 fee. But the problem with all that was, now I bought in the Bitcoin, and it's like went down $150 on me. And so now I don't have enough to actually buy the 2 mines. I don't want to do it and lose my $150. So I'm kind of sitting here not buying the mines that I want to buy because I'm waiting for Bitcoin to come back up. And then I don't even know from Bitcoin to what exchange I have to trade it in to get USD to actually buy into Texit Coin.
Okay, so that's a whole lot of question, and I got you. Okay, so yes, the fees are a real thing, and yes, some of the least resistant platforms to be able to buy on, like Cash App or Robinhood or different ones like that, will have higher fees because they're not doing as many transactions as a Coinbase, or they're tapped in secondarily to the networks, and so they charge more fees. There is a lot of things that we teach on here to use, and platforms to use to where you can swap. Well, let me just back up to the fees. Okay, so let me try to stay on check with you. And anybody add in at any time that they want, but I want to cover everything that you covered because it's very typical and very normal what you've went through, especially at the beginning here. What your leader did was give you the path of least resistance, which is what they should do, okay, for one. For two, if we're getting crypto and you're learning a couple of lessons that you won't ever forget. Okay. So
Right.
so when we get financial lessons like that, then when you do put more miners in, when you do put more people in, you get to do what we're doing on here, is trying to let you learn from all of our mistakes instead of
Yeah.
your own mistakes. But there wasn't no mistake made for you. That is the crypto world that you're in. If you buy Bitcoin or any of the volatile coins, you must get them into a stable coin immediately if you don't want to take the chance. But you take the chance two ways too. Okay, so understand. Like I buy TXC every single week because by the time I pay my peer payment with it or whatever, by the end of that week, it's going to go up 90% of the time. So it's been going up let's just call it a very safe number of 15% a week. And so gaining 15% on my funds every single week is an awesome, awesome thing. So the Bitcoin could have went up for you, right? And the Bitcoin could have, but in this case, it went down for you.
Right.
So we do take those chances when we're buying into those coins straight up. One of the reasons why we use only stable coins to go in and out for Texit coin. So we use PayPal. Okay, so PayPal's coin is a safe one to go and buy. Okay, on PayPal or Venmo, you can buy it on both sites. You can buy it on other sites too, but you can buy it directly from that site. Those have some pretty good fees. Any of the secondary platforms are going to have fees. The wallets and the trade platforms are going to have the lesser fees. Okay, and so again, you can Google search that or Chat GPT that. What in the U.S. has the less fees, right? If that's what's important for me. Years later, since 2015, I've been in this game. For me, um, for me, um, uh, for me, fees are a part of the game. I don't even pay attention to them anymore. So they're because I know if I'm working with crypto that I'm making up for it on one end or or losing it on the other end. So it kind of washes for me. Okay, okay. Are we doing the Q&A on chat or are we going to do it on here? Um, uh,
Both.
uh, Okay. Well, I would rather not because it's just really distracting. It's really
All right, go
distracting.
ahead.
Okay. So it's just very, very distracting. So for me, it is. So other people might be fine with that. But so we'll ask those questions that you ask on chat. But right now we're answering Ronnie's questions. So okay. So we have that. Then if you swap it and you can send it out from Cash App to Exodus or to something else. And then my dogs are distracting too. So if you can send it from Cash App to a platform like Exodus or geez, what is the platform that Andrea that Angie taught on?
MoonPay.
Yeah, because MoonPay's real good for swapping as well. Also a platform called Phantom. And then you can buy and sell on other platforms. My favorite, but it is not the cheapest, is Exodus, where I send my Bitcoin there right away and then I swap it for what I need. But what you will get used to, Ronnie, is buying the USDC straightforward. Buying USDC on from another platform that sells it. On here we have taught on about 9 of them and have recordings on all of those trainings. And Andrea today is going to be posting. Is that right, Andrea? Today you'll be posting the list?
Yes.
Awesome. And thank you. And guys, forgive me on the chat, but I was trying to think on both. I'm never trying to, if somebody else is real good with the chat, that's good, but I wasn't trying to put anything down or stop anything. I just I'm trying my best to answer the questions that are coming to me. So many of the platforms that we've taught on here will make that easy. But anytime that you're buying Bitcoin, Ethereum, those are the two most volatile that can go up and down in a big way. And by the way, I will be posting the list of the crypto sites that I announced at the beginning here, and all of those you can either buy and sell directly USDC, USDT, PayPal, and also TXC. So those are the 4 main things that we take. And what else do we take? There's a 5th, isn't there?
I think
PayPal.
they removed it. You could do it through Base, but I think they've removed that one. I haven't seen it.
No, yeah, no, Base still comes up. So
Does it? Okay.
yeah, so Ethereum, Ethereum is the main use of that is the network that most people use in TXC, and then the other network would be Base that you can choose from. And then if you get stuck like you're stuck, Ronnie, I don't know who your sponsor is, but ask them who their Texit Ranger is, and maybe they can work something out with you until Bitcoin goes up or something, and get your
Right.
monies going. This is why I told you the deadlines at the beginning of my deadline being Friday when it's actually Saturday, so that I can brainstorm and solution orient the Friday and Saturday to getting people with their getting people bought on their packages bought, their new people in, and upgrading themselves. So, like for me, if I'm that next person, from your sponsor to whoever your Texit Ranger is or whoever the upline is, there, and you might be mine. I don't even know. We were growing so fast as a team. I think we're 8,000 strong now, and so whatever that is, we'll be solution oriented, because I know that I would take somebody on and know that when Bitcoin goes back up, that you can send it to me or something like that. So there's always opportunities there. So I hope I helped a little bit and answered those. Anybody have anything to add to what I just said? Okay, and by the way, Cash App and PayPal and Venmo, those are going to be some of your highest fees, of course, because they're not that's not what they they're a digital platform as well as a crypto platform now, but they that was not their original purpose, and so they're kind of secondary, right? They don't do as many transactions as maybe a Coinbase does or whatnot. Okay, Andrea, could you pop on now and ask me some questions on there, or read and answer those questions on the chat, so that we have them on this phase of it as well?
Dave O'Connor, if someone doesn't know anything about crypto, where do you start them to get the crypto? And I responded, any of the crypto wallets we've mentioned are a good place to start. Once you have a wallet and you are verified, you can then start buying, selling, and trading. And get with your leader for guidance if you're still stuck. And there's lots of videos on Google, YouTube, etc. to get started.
Yes, and that's how we started this, was the top 10 US platforms. And so if you go back and listen to the beginning of this recording, top 10 US platforms, and it says the most friendly was Coinbase, as far as that goes. But you got to also let them know about the holds and all those things. Two of the things we're trying to do on here, right, Andrea, is get to the quirks that we have to fight through with each platform, and that each one's finicky. I think we found an answer for crypto.com just now. What, Andrea, you're the crypto.com expert, but what do you think about that? Do you think we might be downloading the wrong app,
No, it's
or there's a switch to a version?
well, you got two of them, so you just want to make sure when you're downloading the crypto.com, it's the blue one with the white lion head. And then the second one is the new on chain. If you do the on chain, you have to have the first one because they can join together. So what I have found, I see a lot of people trying to use a credit card to fund. They don't do well with credit cards. And then on credit cards, you're only allowed what your daily cash limit is, not what your credit limit is on the credit cards for that. Two, if they're going in and they're buying, some are making the mistake and buying just the fiat coin instead of the USDC. So if they're going in and buying USDC with a bank wire, they're going to hold it. If you buy the cash and then take the cash and swap it to the USDC coin, they won't hold it if you're doing anything coming from your bank, like an ACH transfer or a wire. I personally, I use Fund My Venmo, and then I use my Venmo debit card attached to my crypto.com, and that's how I buy my crypto, and it's instant.
Yes. So these are some of the tricks, Ronnie, and anybody that's new that we're trying to get on these calls. That's why we'll repeat a lot of crazy stuff, and just like
Yeah.
most people don't know that if you're using a regular credit card that's not a debit card, Andrea said it's your cash, what they'll allow you to take out in cash. They won't let you use any more than that on a crypto site. I've never known them. Andrea, have you ever known them to let you use more?
I've never known them to even take a credit card.
Yeah, it's hard to get a credit card through, isn't it? But I do know for sure that it's hard for them to get, so sometimes, like, to join something or to buy crypto, and a certain amount, in the past, we've had to have them call their credit card to raise the cash limit, that they could take out. And in order to raise the cash limit, then they could buy that bigger purchase or whatnot. Then we also find that you lessen your fees if you're buying bigger amounts, like a couple thousand or whatnot, to use ACH, which takes 7 days for most platforms, or to wire instantly. Like today, I have to go into my bank and wire. I'm actually going to take some cash in today and get some wire in to try to help us all out for the weekend. I'm going to get a wire into crypto.com. I'll be able to use that money by midnight tonight, no matter what, for the next 2 days. And so wiring is a good trick to getting funds into a platform to utilize it. Although with wiring, you don't talk to the bank about that you're wiring to a crypto site. Okay, so we have trainings on that on here too. So I hope I helped there. Thank you for your help on that, Andrea, and thank you for answering O'Connor's question. And then
There's one more thing with that, Thomas, that's very
Come on.
important for anybody who's new to crypto and getting a wallet. Absolutely, you want to get yourself verified immediately. You want to make sure you do any verification they need from you, because that will speed up the process of them not holding your funds as much as well.
And then also what you're going to find on Cash App, once you've used it a couple of times, they're going to be very friendly on your use on there. So it's not a bad thing to get people started with. We actually did a full training on Cash App alone on here with Herschel. So when Andrea posts that list today, get it. And then what we'll do when she posts that list is she'll post it on here on Tuesday as well. Okay. So we have a list of every training that we've done so far. We've been doing this for 2 weeks now, and it's been awesome. I don't know. Do we let people in Wyoming ask questions, Andrea? I'm not sure if we do that or not.
I think they got some snow, so sure, because I'm missing the snow.
Missing the snow. You're saved by the snow, Tim. Come on. Come on.
Wow. Hey, that's really good. I'm glad you're in my camp, Andrea. Thank you. Hey, listen,
real quick, WhatsApp is where they'll be posted. Okay. And then, and so if you're not on our WhatsApp stream, maybe Andrea or Candace or somebody can post the invite link on the chat for the WhatsApp stream.
Yeah, this
Go
is
ahead,
a question
Tim.
for you, Andrea. Follow-up question. We were talking about Venmo and your bank and crypto.com, et cetera. I've gotten really comfortable with Zelle transfers without an issue at all, but Zelle and Venmo are quite different is what I'm understanding, but I don't know the difference. Can you speak to that for just a moment, please?
No
Zelle,
platform will take Zelle for one, but go ahead.
Okay.
Zelle is more bank to bank,
Person to
from peer
person.
to
Yeah.
person to person, bank to bank. As Venmo, you can attach your bank account or your debit card to Venmo. You can add funds in there, and you can use Venmo to pay a friend, to pay a bill. If there's a group of you guys and you go out to eat, you could split the bill amongst all of you and pay your separate ways. So Venmo's like a bank of its own, but in a different way, just like PayPal. But Venmo offers a debit card that's free that you can order, and it's just like your bank debit card. So that's the debit card I'm talking about when I go to fundcrypto.com. And I'll show you guys on Tuesday exactly how I go from Venmo to crypto to get my crypto in there.
Oh,
And,
that'll
and,
be very beneficial. Thank you.
and then an
Yeah.
easy platform to get started on is Uphold as well, by the way, guys. It's kind of like the Cash App deal. They're pretty easy to utilize, and that's being taught on Wednesday. So Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, we're loaded for bear. We got Andrea and Mr. O'Connor bringing it from the tilt.
Thank you, Andrea.
You're welcome.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
I'm sitting here looking at the mountains of Colorado, and we don't got anything. But we're cloudy, and it sure acted like it yesterday. All right.
Yeah, and you're making me miss home because of your pictures you're starting to post because it's the season for it.
Yeah, because the elks and the deer are migrating. Guys, watch for that on because man, from our BLM down to the golf course, they go back and forth right through my yard every single year. So
Wow.
we'll get all the bugling, all that good stuff.
Thanks for the share.
You betcha. Thanks for the question. Guys, we want your questions. If you're not comfortable, by the way, unmuting, ask your questions on there. I just want to ask your questions on chat, and we'll read them off and get them out for everybody. I feel bad that I interrupted the question and answer on it, but I was good. My brain only works so much. I am human. All right, Sandra, what's your question, please?
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Hi.
Yes, my question is Venmo, because I know a lot of people that, use Venmo, but is there a link or is there something that you could put in the chat where we could get Venmo? How do we acquire Venmo?
Okay, so if you have Venmo, you have all of the platforms, guys, almost every one of them. If you want to get your person started, instead of just getting them started, send them your Coinbase link. because everybody has them. Send them your Venmo link. So if you go under the profile there, you'd have all of that. But also on Venmo or Cash App or any of the wallets, if matter of fact, you could just put in crypto wallet on the Google Store or whatever. But if I just put in Venmo, the whole app comes up. So it says app for Android, app for for business, and all of the different Venmo sites. But if you have Venmo, go ahead and get credit. You make a little bit of money. Every little bit helps. But all of them have an affiliate link as well to send out to make it easy for people to download the app.
Hey,
Okay, thank you.
hey, Thomas.
Yep.
This is for Andrea and hang on, I'm getting an echo. This is for Andrea and you in regard to that. The debit card with Venmo, you still have the fees incorporated in that, right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. It's just a way to bypass some of the red tapes that stop a purchase. Andrea, do you want to speak towards that?
When you go, are you talking fees when you're using their debit card or fees when buying crypto?
Yeah, using the debit card.
No. If you're just out making a regular purchase, there's no fees attached to the debit card.
Okay, yeah.
Just attached to the purchase of the crypto, though, always.
Yes. So when if you take the debit card and you go to buy your in crypto.com, because that's what I'm using, so I'm going to use that for example. But when I go in there, if I want $100, it's going to cost me $112.
Right. Yeah.
You're always going to have that. I call them convenience fees, gas fees,
Right.
because if there was no fees, how would they stay in business?
Yeah. Because during that snafu with crypto.com, I thought I was applying for the debit card, but they sent me a credit card. But I mean, I'm basically out with crypto.com because of that snafu. So I'm going to have to shift over to one of these other platforms.
And I did try the one Angie taught on with MoonPay with Venmo, and it was pretty easy.
Yeah.
It was quick and fast.
That's how I made my purchases, was through Venmo. And if you have a balance in Venmo, that was slick.
Right.
Guys, and that's the best way. Take your money from your bank, put it into your Venmo balance. Then once it's in your Venmo balance, then go buy your crypto. Don't try to take it from the bank to Venmo to the crypto, because it doesn't work, because it's going to use the bank balance instead of your Venmo balance.
Right.
You want to have it in your Venmo before you buy.
Right.
Right. Yeah, I haven't been sending the funds from Venmo to my bank. I'm just holding it in Venmo for that purpose. So yeah.
Correct.
Right. And and I got to start doing that as well, because when it was with peer payments, I wanted to cash them out real quick. So guys, remember when we were able to do peer payments all the time, and we grew a huge team doing that, and I would charge an extra $20 for fees. Are you guys seeing why now? Because I was eating all of the fees. If you guys think that the $20 was covering it, you're crazy. Because we don't do less than $1,000 purchase. We don't do less than $1,000 purchase with this company. So how many fees did Thomas eat during those times of doing that? You see what I'm saying? So I don't want you to have a taste of what I went through for everybody, but I'm giving you a taste of right.
Thomas, who was it Robin that was asking the question with Cash App?
No, that was
Ronnie.
Ronnie.
Yeah.
Ronnie
Okay.
Anderson.
With Cash App, I do know on $2,000 for crypto, they will charge you $35.
Yeah,
Yes.
they did.
So you will get charged. So I think it's a percentage of however much you put in there.
Ronnie, who sponsored you?
Casey Forte, but the ranger is Mitchell, and we're in Ocala, Florida.
Oh, he is creative. Mitchell's a creative guy. He could probably I think he takes peer payment too still. So he's probably one of the rare ones that does. But so everybody's under Mitchell in this. Mitchell is our upline of uplines. So Mitchell put in Ed Haas, who put in Carl, who put in every single person on here. So we're all one big team in Texcoin anyway. But I'm just saying Mitchell is the man. So yeah. So you're
Yeah,
in
I
good
think
hands.
that is
But
how he got me in. Yeah, he did the peer funding.
okay, and I'd be glad to help you out on the Bitcoin too scenario. We posted my phone number. If you wanted to call me, maybe we can work something out.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Because I love buying crypto, even if I have to wait a week or something, type of thing. To help a teammate out, that is. And you are a
Yeah.
teammate. We're all teammates. So,
Yep.
all right. Questions? Guys, I wanted this to be as casual as possible. And sometimes, though, when we're talking about crypto, talking about fees, talking about platform struggles, it seems to get kind of intense. And let's not have that on Friday. Let's have some fun. But meaning that no question is off charts here. So this is what we're going to do. Pretty excited that we got Tuesday and Wednesday lined up. We do want other leaders to teach on Thursday and Friday, but trust me, there's so much to go over multiple times. We literally could sit here and just share screen and send crypto back and forth to each other and learn a whole lot. So we might do exactly that one day as well on here.
I don't have your phone number. I didn't see it.
Oh, it's I think she put it in chat, but are you ready, everybody? It's 970
Yeah.
970 987 2632. 970 987 2632. Glad to help anybody that needs help. Okay.
Thank you.
Again, prefer Fridays and Saturdays, being your situation wanting to buy more miners, or Fridays and Saturdays wanting to either buy more miners or put people in. Those are the main things that I try to stick to on Fridays and Saturdays. Any more questions? And Andrea, you could echo that. You remember trying to get people in some weeks lately when we were doing peer payments. If we were to schedule trainings and stuff, a lot of people wouldn't have got in on time. Is that true?
Where's Natalie?
Yes, correct.
Yes. Somebody asked, where's Natalie? She is working on people's tickets, I'm sure, if she's not on here. And same with Phyllis. And we have new assistants coming as well to stretch out some of that as well. So that's excellent. And I do know that Natalie, whoever asked where's Natalie, she texted me. She did a like to two things. We did 2 9-packs at the end of the night last night, and she needed to add the 01 and 02, and she liked that about 5 in the morning, which would be 7 o'clock Eastern time. So we know that she's up working her tail off. And you all, by the way, are doing a phenomenal job. But our number one goal is, why are we doing these calls? To spread it out so that I'm not the only person using my bank to buy crypto and taking all the risk. Because there is risk involved. Banks are not our friend when it comes to crypto. Not all of them. We have some that are being launched that are more crypto friendly, like old Glory Bank, or yeah.
I wanted to say to you that I just talked to Mitchell a couple of days ago, and he said he was going to test that bank out and get in that day. Yeah, so I guess that's just it's a crypto bank.
They claim to be crypto friendly, but I do know of shutdowns. So, so if so being crypto friendly is one thing. Doing as many transactions as like Mitchell will do or I will do, you still got to be kind of cautious because they think that you're money laundering, right?
Yeah.
But here, guys, we're in the right place at the right time. Get super duper excited about the fact that we're fighting through these things. We are the pioneers fighting through some things because the red tape's getting loosened all the time. Any minute now, we're going to see the red tape really loosen because when the government launches their coins, their digital platforms and whatnot, the red tape's got to go more. But we need regulation. Okay, we need it's such a fine place that we're in. Many people get upset. Oh, we got a regulator looking at us. No, that's awesome. Let's get through the regulation process. Ripple already did it for us, you see? So we're in a place as the environment gets crypto friendly in the US, we're in a place that all of it's getting stripped away a little bit. Banks are coming on, people are providing solutions for this industry. We've been ahead of our time since I've been in this, and now the times are catching up to us. Technology is getting friendly for us. The system is getting friendly. This administration asked the banks to be more friendly to crypto, to start cutting the red tape. That was actually drafted and sent to the banks of the United States. So anyways, we're in the right place at the right time. And boy, to be this big of a company, 100 million raised in our first phase of just building the mine. See, you guys got to also understand, we're just building the mine. That's all. That's all we're doing so far. We have so much greatness coming that you got your coin value and everything is going to be so incredible because there's so many things that we haven't even come close to starting. We haven't even come close to do the layer 2 tokens. All of a sudden, you guys are going to go, look at this layer 2 token for Dallas. It's called the Dallas coin, and you're going to start using the Dallas coin, and all of a sudden, you're going to be able to see the rise of value of a Dallas token, right? Right? Our second layer tokens, we're going to be able to participate from the get-go on. I don't know if you ever thought about that one right there, guys. But if cities and fairs and amusement parks are adopting Texit coins second layer tokens and putting their kind of white labeling them and putting their own name on them, we are going to benefit from all of that. And if they're a growth and they're not a stable, that's something else too. I don't know about that. So, I don't know if they would need to be a stable coin. I don't know. More to learn about, right? But this is the place that we're in right now. If we really, really just took a full day to just talk about all of the things that are potential to come, I'm telling you, with where we are, because people, sometimes you guys are prospecting and your people are trying to compare us to a full-fledged blockchain. Well, that's comparing apple to an overripe apple. An overripe apple can only be used for what it is, and our technology can learn from all of their mistakes, and we don't have to get overripe, right? We get to learn from all of their mistakes. So that's one advantage that we have. The other advantage that we have is that Bobby's been in this since the beginning, and he's been creating answers for this industry since I've known him. So I bought my first cold storage wallet in 2017, and it was a cold storage coin. And the producer of that was Bobby Gray. So he's been solving problems for this industry that long. Now he's solving problems for honest money and bringing honest money back to us. And we're not even in that phase yet. We talk about it, but we're not in that phase yet. The phases to come should have you sleepless at night. The phases to come Go and research his road to 16, his road to 800. Go and research the second layer tokens, tokenization, and try to find his articles on it. But get on Tuesday nights and really try to find out about it, right? Really try to find out about it. Tuesday nights, he says some amazing things. If there's anything that I will cancel something else for, is Tuesday nights. And we do know that sometimes they're recorded, but they're not always. But Tuesday night, he addresses us, and there's just amazing stuff about the future that he gives us. He gives us amazing stuff about the future all the time. Okay, if you got to listen for it sometimes, because Bobby, man, he's telling it. He's telling it. Transparency, the most transparent company I've ever been in, and I've been in a lot of companies in this space. Questions? We'll give it.
I got a quick one. I don't know where everybody's at, but I'm just wondering if there's going to be anybody else going to the racetrack Ranger conference in Tampa tomorrow.
I know
Anyone?
I'll
I
be
know
there.
that Char's going to be there.
Okay, so I'm going. Ronnie
Yeah.
Anderson.
There's going to be a ton of people there, Ronnie. A lot.
Yeah,
Tampa's going to be a big one.
nice.
Yep. It's been talked about a lot.
Thank you,
and
Thomas.
then
I've got to scoot.
Okay, Timothy, thank you. So, and by the way, guys, we know that sometimes if it goes past an hour or whatnot, we know that sometimes you can't get on, and sometimes you can get on. That's why we're recording them. That's why Andrea's putting the list together. By the way, thank you, Andrea, for doing that for us. Secondly, on here, I did put out the video for New Year's kickoffs, asking. I had trouble downloading it, but asking to put together a New Year's kickoff for January 10th all across the world for Texit Coin. And so to have events all over the place, and I gave some ideas about that. Andrea's going to listen to the video in a little bit. If you're a Ranger, please go to the Rangers stream and go on to the events part of that and listen to that and help me out and give some input so that we can try to push that forward, because I think it'll be amazing. Meaning that we everybody's having an event at the same time locally, okay, and then we maybe have a video going out from Bobby talking about what happened in 2025, and then the second half talking about a video going out talking about what's going to happen in 2026, a New Year's kickoff, having a guest presentation, having the video played that's made by Bobby, that type of idea. We used to do it in another company, that type of idea for New Year's kickoff. I have presented to the company yesterday in video format, just like I'm talking to you right now, the idea of that a day and the idea of that happening for the entire Texit community. And so I welcome you to, if you're a Ranger, to support that if you think it's a good idea. And something to work towards, where we can have promotion working towards the kickoff, where we can announce the winners at the kickoff, and then something out of there going into 2026 for new promotion. Okay, so there's just a lot that is on my mind for that event, because that event made me a lot of money over the 25 years of being in the team building industry. Okay, questions? Any more? We got a couple more minutes, and then we'll call it. Okay, it's been a great day. I hope that this was helpful for all of you. Remember, Monday we're getting taught on crypto.com and more by Miss Andrea. Not Monday, Tuesday. We don't do Mondays. Okay, Tuesday by Andrea, and then Mr. O'Connor on Uphold on Wednesday, and then we will get trainers on here on Thursday and Friday. This is the first time that I tried to just do a Q&A with you guys, so thank you for bearing with me on it. And if all of the other leaders were on here, if I wouldn't have had Andrea's help today, we would have been dead in the water. But for all of you that pitched in, all of you that had questions, If you have the questions, so does everybody else. I'm Thomas Dubois, aka Tommy Boy. We love you and we appreciate you. Let's have a prosperous weekend.
Just to clarify, it's Doug, Mr. Doug O'Connor, because there's quite a few O'Connors in my team.
They're
So we
not
gotta,
gonna. They could get the whole family on. Have a family.
oh, we're in trouble if we do that.
That's for
You guys
sure.
will, you guys will have a laugh session. You do that.
A whole new style Q&A, huh?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
All
if
right.
you want
We're excited for
entertainment,
him
ask
stepping
the
up.
O'Connors.
Pardon me?
I said, if you want entertainment, ask the O'Connors.
That's awesome. Well, we are excited for that. Thank you guys for pitching in. Thank you for stepping up. If anybody has international tricks or anything, that's what this is about, guys. This is about getting us independent, having videos that we can reference, having things that we can go back to, having whatever. But also get with your people. If the person that got you in is not independent, then you need to tell them that they need to be independent, right? They got you into a crypto company. They need to get independent. You need to help them too to get independent. We don't care if the help comes from downline or upline. Let's all get independent. It takes the burden off of us all. We will have the strongest moving community ever if everybody on here is crypto friendly and crypto independent. The whole purpose is to be crypto independent. Okay, I'm going to shut up. Everybody say their goodbyes, their hellos, their thank yous, all of that good stuff, and we'll end the call.
Happy Friday,